Okay, today I'm going to teach you how to change your oil. Now, it's not going to be the same on your car because this is a Ram 1500, and I can't say that you drive one, so I can't say that this is going to be the exact same, but it's got the same gist to it. All right, so first what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to figure out what size this bolt is. Mine's a 13 millimeter. And you're going to make sure you have something to catch the oil because, believe it or not, it's bad to put oil back in the earth, regardless of what you think. So, what you're going to do is you're going to want to take this off. I'm going to try to tighten it up, for fun. I'm just thinking and it comes off pretty easy most of the time. Unless the person who changed your oil before you put it on with an impact. I've had that done before. That sucks. It's a lot of work. So, I didn't mention it, but I probably should now that when you do this, you might want to wear gloves because you're going to get covered in oil about 100% of the time you do this. Also, before you change your oil, make sure your vehicle sets for at least like 30-ish minutes to an hour because that was hot. That's like over 100 degrees, I bet. That drain plug is 150 degrees. All right, so you're going to let that drain, and after this drains, we'll cut to the next part. Okay, so now that we've let all of our oil drain out, we're going to take off our oil filter. Now, some people like to jack up their vehicle so they can see everything, see what they're doing, and be able to get under there. I'm pretty anorexic, so I can just slide under this thing without needing a jack. So I'm going to show you how to take this oil filter off without getting oil everywhere. Okay, so up under the front of the truck here. Now, my truck, the oil filter is right here in front of the engine. Right here, this little canister here. Usually it's hand tight, so you ain't got to worry about it. And you're going to want to be really careful when you unscrew this because there's oil in it. And you don't want to get that running down your arm because this is so hot. I had to put a glove on so I didn't melt my hand off down to the bone. Also, you're going to want to put your drain pan under it so when it does leak out, you can catch the oil. So we're going to get this unscrewed. Takes a minute because, Dodge hates me and they make it very hard to do things on their vehicles. Lord have mercy, this thing just threads forever. And there it is, and I've got oil on my face. And that feels amazing, because that is not... Now, it's still going to be full of oil. So we're just going to set that right there in the drain plug and let that marinate for a second. So, right there is where you're going to screw the new one on, where that one just unscrewed, and we're going to cut to that now. Alright. So when you put this filter on, now I like to fill it full of oil because I don't want any leakage or anything. That's a little much, I think. No, that's actually perfect. And I like to get this little gasket here nice and lubed up so that way it doesn't dry rot or anything. I don't remember the real reason why I do it, but I do it like that because I've been told to do it like that by many people. And actually, I'm going to put in a little more oil because it's not as full as I'd like it to be. I'd like it to be up to the brim. All right, now that we're into the truck, and you don't want to spill it, of course. You want to keep as much of it in there as you can because, well, as much oil, we don't want to have not enough oil. So here we are, where you've got it threaded. Getting it started is probably the hardest part, in my opinion. This part's fairly easy. You want to get it on there about hand tight. As tight as you can get it by hand, really. All right, so we did that. Now we're going to put the drain plug back in and fill some oil in the truck. After you put your drain plug back in, which I'm sure you know how to do because you just took it out, now we're going to put our new oil in. Now, my truck calls for 5W20 oil, but I prefer 5W30 because it's a little thicker, and I like running a little thicker oil in my truck, especially in the summer. So what you're going to do, now my truck calls for 7 quarts, so that's this whole jug and most of that one. So we're going to fill this up as I pour it all over the engine because You know, who needs a funnel? You don't need none of that. All right, and we'll cut to when we finish. All right, we got the oil in. I think I got to the perfect level, but the way to check this is, you know, you got your engine oil dipstick. You'll be able to tell that. Now I'm gonna pull it off, or pull it out. I'm gonna put it back in so I can see what the level's at. Now on your dipstick here, there'll be a little place on it that says safe. I don't know if you can see it there, you should be able to. But it'll say safe, that's about where you want your oil level. Now I'm right over that, so I'm probably just gonna leave it like that because I'm baller like that. But yeah, that's how you change your oil.